Hey guys, gwyned here. Going to be taking a look at another Standard Pauper Sealed Pool. Like I mentioned in the first video, these are 9-pack sealed pools with all the non-commons taken out. And once again, this is a 3 cons and then 2 each of Theros, Born of the Gods, and Journey into Nyx. Already color sorted, and the pool leaves us with a pool of 88. Just like I did last time, I'm going to go ahead and dump all the cards into the sideboard just because I feel like that makes it easier, a little bit easier to look at them. Let's try that again to get them all. There we go. Alright, so we got those in the sideboard. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Just looking at a real quick color sort, you can see that got a fairly even dispersion of different cards here. Black obviously is the most shallow. Maybe we can rule that out real quick. We've got a Farika's Chosen, an Eidolon, which is not great. Return Reveler, not. Bloodfall Harpy is fine. Nyx Infusion is fine. Asphyxiate's pretty decent. Dreadmaw is dreadful. Throttle will be okay. The Cataplepas potentially. Marshmist Titan only in a real heavy black deck. And Shambling Tenant. So I don't really see much there. I don't even think the black is even worth looking at any further. So let's take a look at the white here. See what we got. Get these sorted by converted mana cost. Maybe not. There we go. Not sure what was going on there. Alright, so this actually looks pretty good. We got Oppressive Raves, a Shield Mate, 2 of these Mortal Obstinacies, which in a heroic deck would be playable but not great. Mardu Hateblade, kind of same thing, pretty borderline, especially if you don't have any black. God's Willing's really good. Crown Skyguard, very good. Jeskai Student, very good. Revoke Existence, potentially good. The Alceds are not great, but a 2/3 for 2 and a white is okay, and it prevents all damage. That's borderline, but possibly playable. Kieran is certainly playable. Rush of Battle, if we had enough warriors, potentially. Salt Roll Patrol is decent, but not great. Same thing with War Behemoth. And Dreamfinder if we have a lot of enchantments. So that actually looks pretty decent. White certainly looks like that's really strong. Let's go ahead and move that out. Let's take a look at the red next. White-red can be a really powerful combination. Let's see if that's going to be something that we're going to be able to do or not. Alright, so this time went ahead and sorted. Epiphany Storm is garbage. Flamespeaker's Will is okay. I actually think Mortal's Obstinate is better, simply because we're not going to be destroying artifacts. Priest of Iras is not something we want to be playing. Titan Strength is okay. Fall of the Hammer is really strong. It's a nice piece of removal. Font of Fire, no. The Impetuous Sunchaser, no. Scouring Sands is decent in the sideboard. Scheduled Skink only in a real aggressive red deck. Not seeing a lot here. Barrage of Boulders is not good. Pensive Minotaur, just 2/3 for 3. Probably not something we want to play. Blade Tusk seems like it could be decent. Canyon Lurkers, not something you want to be playing, I don't think. And then we've got two of these kind of monstrous dudes. This is a 3/3 for 5, but it deals 5 damage if you don't pay the tribute. And then this comes in as a 5/4 for 6, and that can be made monsters, but takes a whole lot of mana. So, not really. By the way, that's just cool artwork. Look at him putting those sheep in and holding up the shepherd. I think that's an awesome picture. Someone ought to play 4 of these in a deck just so I can make artwork with that. So red here doesn't really look like this is something I want to be playing. It is of note that this Fall of the Hammer is splashable, so let me just take a look real quick at what kind of fixing we've got as far as lands. We've got white-green, we've got green-black, and we've got green-red. So if we end up playing green, we might be able to splash the red pretty easily. Oh, we also have this Unknown Shores as well. So red is, I would say, pretty borderline, but I'll keep the Fall of the Hammer in mind. Let's take a look at the green now. So again, we got a Renown Weaver. Kintree Warden is probably not someone I want to be playing unless I'm really, really defensive. Defend the Hearth, Feed the Clan. Nope. Dryad is good. Mortal's Resolve is okay. Centaur is certainly playable. Time to Feed, nice piece of removal. Krufix Insight, not good unless you're like super enchantments, which I can't imagine I'll be able to do in a sealed pool. Feral Invocation's good. Awaken the Bear is decent. Ancient Horizons, again, not good unless you're playing blue. Dragonscale Boon is fine. Longshot Squad, god. A decent outlast creature, not great. Tromper is certainly okay. Snake of the Golden Grove is okay. So green has some decent options. It's not particularly strong, but might be a good support color. So let's throw that back. I already ruled out black, so I think the only one I haven't looked at yet is blue. So not a whole lot here. Aqueous form is not real great, but could be. Actually, in this format, might be all right. Not aerial formation. Hypnotist, Hubris, Pinned to the Earth is playable, I think. Seeing Bell Strike, Voyage's End, and then 2 Mnemonic Wall. So yeah, I'm not really looking like I want blue either. Let's throw these back. Okay, so from what I'm seeing here, I think I want to start looking at the white-green. I really think that seems like that's going to be where we want to end up, I think. And then maybe even splash some red. Let's see if we can get these sorted here. There we go. So we need to make 10 cuts here. I don't think that's going to be too hard. We get this Font of Fertility out of here. Get this Kentry Warden out of here. Hate Blade, no black, that's gone. Mortal Obstinacy, I doubt that that's something we're going to want to be doing. I think that's more of a sideboard card. We'll go ahead and get those out. Still need to make 4 cuts here. I think we may end up putting some stuff back in. Those may actually end up coming back in. We'll see. So Feed the Clan can go. Defend the Hearth can go. Revoke Existence is borderline. I think I'm going to toss. Well, I may hold that in for now. Agents of Horizons can go. Waken the Bear. Let's see. Crewfix can go. Rush of Battle. How many warriors do we end up with? That's a warrior. That's not a warrior. That's not a warrior. Not a warrior. But the Horde Chief is a warrior. And is the Shieldmate a warrior? No, it's a soldier. Crowan is a soldier. Jeskai Student is a monk. So the Centaur, this is a warrior. Actually, the warrior, we might have enough warriors to make that work. I actually think that is probably fine here. Simply because these green guys have some pretty nice warriors synergy there. Okay, the Dream Finder, what does that get back? It gets back the Shieldmate, the Leaf Crown Dryad, the Oppressive Rays, and that it gets back Feral Invocation, Harvest, Halverskar's Alceids, which probably is my next cut. Yeah, Dreamfinder actually looks like it may be okay here as well. War Behemoth as a 3/6 for 6 is probably not something I want. So now we're down to 23. Saltworld Patrol is borderline, but the Outlast I think makes it probably, if the game goes long, that looks like that might be okay. Got some decent protection, a little bit of removal. Not a lot of spells for this Jeskai Student, right? Just a non-creature spell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, it's probably decent 7. We've only got 14 creatures. We're actually a little bit low on creatures. Makes me tempted to see if there's a creature we can put back in here, either in white or green. Not particularly. I mean, we could play this Hate Blade, but that's not really something I want to be doing. Kentry Warden, again, just not really something I want to be playing. Pretty marginal. It's a nice blocker, but probably not what I want to be doing there. Boy, there's just not a lot of creatures here. Might have to play this Behemoth just because it's, I mean, a 2/2 for 3 might be fine. So let's go ahead and put that here back in just for now. The other thing I was going to consider is getting that Follow the Hammer in here as well. I've got some pretty decent. I guess the question is, do I need to splash it though? I mean, I can basically, with this Rugged Highlands, I can more or less splash it for free. Could play an Unknown Shores as well, although I don't really know if that's necessary if I'm only splashing 1 card. Could probably cut this Revoke. I don't know. That would be something I could bring in the sideboard. And that would allow me to play the Follow the Hammer as well. So the question is, do I want War Behemoth? And that puts me up to 15 creatures. Or is 14 creatures enough? I suppose it's Mortal's Resolve. Mortal's Resolve and God's Willing. Probably actually don't need both of those. Could cut the Mortal's Resolve and keep both of these in. Yeah, I think that's probably how I want to go here. Because the red doesn't look like it's got enough. I'm pretty equally balanced here between white and green. Okay, so let's sort this by color and see what we got here. So yeah, pretty similar green and white. White's a little heavier, and I've got one double white, and the Swordwise Centaur, though, is double green. That may be hard to get out on turn 2, unless I have some fixing. So it looks like for fixing, I do have both a blossom. I have a Blossoming Sands, which is really good. Rugged Highlands lets me flash the Fall of the Hammer. Don't really think I want this Unknown Shores, and then not playing the Sable and not playing the Banners. So is there anything in black that I want that's good enough to splash for? Can't splash for Asphyxiate. A Throttle is potentially, but I think Fall of the Hammer does what it does even better. Yeah, I don't really see anything here that I want to splash for using the Jungle Hollow. And certainly the Ponyback Brigade is not something I want to splash for either. It would be a double splash, and I just don't think it's good enough to do that. So what we're going to do here, go ahead and bring this Blossoming Sands in along with the Rugged Highlands. And so let's see what kind of lands that it wants us to have now. So again, it's I don't think we need any red, and we're trying to get to, we need another 15 lands here because we've already got 2 in. We don't have any way of fetching, so it looks like a pretty even split. So I could do, let's see, 8-7, maybe a little bit of early green. So bump this up to 8, bump this up to 7. See what that looks like. So I actually have an additional forest already from this Rugged Highlands. So maybe actually just do an even split. So I would cut a forest and add a plains, because that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green sources, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white sources, and actually have an additional green as well, which is good because having that extra green, although my green's not as heavy, having this, or I really want to get this Swordwise Centaur down early, so having 1 extra green seems fine. Not going to be able to cast this Fall of the Hammer very often because I don't know, can I really splash it off 1 card, but I think that's okay. I could potentially cut a forest and get in this Unknown Shores just so that I know I'm going to be able to get this Fall of the Hammer out when I want it. I guess the question is it even worth splashing? I mean, it is decent removal, and I've got a lot of big creatures, so it seems like it's going to be good at the right setting. The Unknown Shores is almost free, with my color requirements being so minimal. I think actually, so I have 1 extra green source, so I actually think I'll cut another forest. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I actually have an extra plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But this is not a white source, so actually I think I could cut a plains here and add in this Unknown Shores, and that really secures that splash. Alright, so let's sort this by converted mana cost. So yeah, I like this. I think it's got some potential. Really got some strong enchantments in here. The Harvest Guard would probably be the next cut, but I'd hate to cut another creature. At 2/3 for 3 is fine, and it potentially lets me swing in with something that won't take any damage. It's not real great, but could have some useful implications somewhere. If for no other reason, it might let me trigger the Horde Chief. So got enough to trigger this Jeskai Student. I think it earns a slot. Yeah, I like the way this looks. So yeah, this would be the one that I think I would run for this particular pool. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed me building these sealed pools. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
In closing, let me remind you, you can keep up with all my writings and articles by following me on Twitter at the username gwyned42. That's GWYNED and the number 42. I also regularly publish articles over at puremtgo.com. Search for me by the username gwyned on that site, or find the link in the description of this video. I also maintain a blog now at writeradept.blogspot.com, and you can also find that in the description. Finally, if you enjoyed these videos, please remember to subscribe to my channel and post any feedback or comments. Thanks for watching.